Hello and welcome back to Red Leader Plays Fire Emblem Three Hopes, Azure Gleam. Last time, we had so much happen. We had frickin' Epimenides try to kill Byleth. We saved him. We killed Duke Ire. We got sent to the shadow of Zoroastrus. Killed Epimenides, got out, and now we're in the final chapter going to Garrick Mach. And one of the last episodes of Azure Gleam, which I'm a little sad for. Like, I've really liked this journey. It was cool. It was fun. It's just seeing all the characters again. That's my biggest thing. Is like I love like the world of Fodlan and the characters. I just love them all. But yeah, this is gonna be one of the last episodes of Azure Gleam. So yeah, we're going to chat up with the crew, watch probably a couple supports, and then that'll be it for this episode. And the next time, we'll probably do the paralogue with the Ashen Wolves, and then depending on how long that takes, we will do the chapter mission. If not, it'll be the episode after that. So, I foresee definitely no more than 3 episodes. Maybe 2, but I plan maybe 3. But we will see. So, let's go ahead and chat up with everybody for the last time. And we got Raphael right outside my tent.
Did you know?
I know it's kind of late to bring this up, but I don't agree with how we've been fighting. You feel the same way, right? Come on, you can tell me. Yeah. Yeah, we've been a little cautious. We worry too much about the Church and the Alliance thing. Nah, taking our allies in consideration is a good thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Then what do you have a problem with? When we party after the battle, it's always so stiff and formal. Dimitri can't stand to loosen up a little. And the worst part, there's never enough meat. Meat! God damn it, Raphael. That is true. The Blue Lions are they're not like party animals. So I definitely agree with that.
We must speak.
Since the Kingdom and the Alliance are having a new relationship, I'm thinking Bridget will be playing a larger role. When relations become between two regions can easily shatter, a third one takes importance. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. Bridget may act as a intermediary. Oh my god, that was such a bad. Okay. Yes, in the past, it was the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance that was keeping the peace. Now I'm thinking Bridget will be taking the role of the Empire. That is the only future we'll be having. Hey, I'm fine with that. Mercy. We cannot simply lose Lady Rhea. No other bishop could ever take her place. She has been the very foundation of the Holy Church of Seros for a long time. She's also astute in political matters, has never been allowed in other regions to control her.
Let me think.
I have no idea what will become of the church if something would have happened to her. I'll save Annette for last, obviously. Wait, who's up here? Oh my, let me guess. It's gonna be Happy. Oh no, it's Euritza, okay. I shall grind those maggots with the heel with my boot. Crushing them is quite dull, and left to the white they become more vexing. Aha. Aha. Okay. Whatever, Euritza. Whatever. Hey, Eloise.
You there?
Hello there. Are you feeling better? Do try and take it easy for a bit. You seriously gave us a fright when you took off swinging like Byleth. I thought my heart would burst right out my nose, but that was a close one. Oh, don't worry. I was never gonna let Byleth die.
All right.
Oh, it's the two Knights of Seros.
That's terrible.
I can't stop worrying about Lady Rhea. We need to get out there. We need to get out there and save her, Shez.
Right on.
I know. We'll leave as soon as we're ready. Nothing will stop us from rescuing her, Catherine.
Yeah.
Right. I won't let them slay Lady Rhea, and I'll be counting on your help as well. No matter how strong she is, she can't last forever against such overwhelming odds. And considering how long it takes to climb the outer walls, time isn't our friend here. God damn it. Recapturing Garrick Mach is somewhat meaningful to me, since I was a Knight of Saros. It was only for a short while, but I used to call that place home. Plus, if we manage to take it back, it'll be a good time to close out my contract. Yep. Shamir got her priorities straight. Oh god, Yuri just appeared out of nowhere.
Hey.
Word on the street is that the person currently holed up in Garrick Mach is Count Varley of the Southern Church. I'm sure at this very moment he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, while Talus and Edelgard try to sort things out. You know, Varley had me beaten half to death a while ago. Granted I had it coming, but he still gave the order. But no matter how much I laugh about the trouble he's in, or what gruesome death he'll have, I wonder how Bernadette is holding up. I don't think she has it in her to kill her own father. Oh, don't worry, we'll do it for her. Screw that guy. No, the time has come. It's finally here. Yep, it's that time. Do you even know what I'm talking about? My father!
No!
He's at Garrick Mach right now, just waiting for me. I don't want to go. Can I just call this whole thing off? Oh, I would love to. Hey, Ash.
Can we talk?
Ronaldo always said that we should follow our own sense of justice, no matter what. He helped me and my siblings when we had nothing, and he never forgave the church for what they did. Now I understand why. He was doing what he thought was right. That's why I'm going to go back. I'm not going to back down either. I'm the one responsible for his death, after all.
Let's give it a go.
Fighting as a knight of Fargus until the bitter end is what I believe is the right course. Glory for Fargus! Yes. Hey, Marianne.
Did you know?
Some of the others think that Claude and his forces won't rendezvous with us in time. However, not a single person from Leicester is the least bit worried. I feel the same. I believe Claude will make it. So you're impressed. Oh yeah, Claude must inspire a lot of trust in his friends. It's a little different than trust, I just know. Claude will make it and help us achieve victory. That's the kind of person he is. Aha. Claude only cares about one thing and one thing only. Himself.
Do you have a moment?
Lady Ray is safe, I know she is, but I believe it with every fiber of my being. After all, she is so very strong, and smart, and kind, and beautiful. She just has to be safe.
Right on.
Yeah, Rhea isn't the type to make a careless mistake that'll get herself killed. Yes, absolutely.
Excuse me.
I'm certain Lady Ray is waiting for us right now. All we must do is go to her. Post haste. Hey, Dorothea. The end of the war is finally in sight, like the light in the darkness. If we defeat those horrid people manipulating the Empire, perhaps they will lay a foundation for the peaceful future.
Right on.
That's exactly what we'll do. But we've got to put stop to them once and for all.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. We can't lose sight of what we're fighting for. Who's in here? It's the Clutch Queen!
Can we speak a moment?
It is said that during King's Luke time, the descendants of the Ten Elites banded together to resist the Empire and win their independence. Later, Leicester and Fargus will be divided in the Crescent Moon War. Yet here we are, joining forces descending against the Empire once again. I hope we can maintain our good relationship with the Alliance after the war ends. Undoubtedly, there's no reason for us to fight, at least for now anyway.
I think I see.
I'm sure people make up any number of reasons later, but I like to believe that there will be peace someday. but it is a people who will suffer in the flames of war spread any further. Our leaders should speak to one another and try to foster admirable relations before it comes to that. I hope so. I'm kind of curious how this game is going to end. Hey, I'll save them for last.
Come to see me?
Oh god. Came out of nowhere. Hate to do. I'm really relieved His Majesty is safe. And you as well, of course. I assume you will not try to cut down your allies again. I won't. Whoever was controlling me back then is gone now. But I know that is probably hard to believe, no matter how I try to explain it.
No.
No, I will take your word for it. For now. Hey, Dimitri. I knew not what would happen if we were trapped in that place. But I'm glad we made it out safely.
How about this?
Shez, does Arvel still dwell within you? No, I can't hear their voice anymore. I think it's all left of is their power. When someone has long been a part of your life vanishes, they will take a piece of your heart with them. Trust me, I know the feeling all too well. Yeah. Perhaps you can find a solace in the fact that you will understand more about the source of your power. I also had the opportunity to speak with Edelgard, Claude, and most importantly, I was spared from having to take your life. Ignatz!
Let's think about that.
I think this battle is going to mark a major turning point in Photon's history. It's overwhelming to think that I'll be part of that. If I survive, I want to paint a picture of the battle. I feel like somehow, it'll be my duty. It's my duty to do so. Good on you, Ignatz. Good on you. Hey, it's the girls, the action girls.
Hi.
Hiya, how's it going? You okay? Not gonna pull any more shenanigans, yeah? Yeah, I'm good. Sorry for making you worry. Okay, I guess that makes me feel better. Though your tone doesn't inspire much confidence.
Yeah.
We'll just have to roll with the punches for now. At the very least, I'll try not to sigh and get everyone killed. Yeah, that'll be ideal, Happy.
How may I help you?
Do you have need of me? Perhaps you wish me to aid you at Garrick Mach. Feel free to use me as a decoy, or make me pretend to surrender, or have me sabotage them from underground. I care not what I do.
Nuh-uh.
We weren't going to ask you to do anything like that. We just want you to fight with us normal.
Well,
Is that so? Well, I'm your pawn to do as you wish. God damn it, Constance! I really don't like shady Constance.
Many thanks. Greetings.
We've fought side by side for quite some time, but the day when we will part is so fast approaching. I suspect we will return to Leicester once the monastery is reclaimed, you see.
Thanks.
Right, yeah. Well, I appreciate all you've done. May what you unexpectedly called response, and here I thought you might miss me. But alas, there are countless many back in Leicester who eagerly await my return. I am truly sorry. Let us pour our hearts into this battle and leave the war behind, and would not a drop of regret. Hey, Balthus.
Got a minute?
Have you heard about the town hidden underneath Garrick Mach? It's like a sunless trash pit for people who have nowhere else to go. I used to live there myself. I wonder how they're doing down there now. Knowing that a lot, I'm sure they're just carrying on business as usual, without a care for what's going on above them. Maybe once this whole thing's over, these people can finally come out and live in the sun again, and stop being so pale, you know? That'd be ideal, but I highly doubt it, if the church is still gonna be around. Hey, Rodrigue.
Well met.
I can't tell you what a relief it was to have you both back safe and sound. His Majesty informed me of what transpired. The forbidden spell of Zoroastrus, and Arvel as well. I suppose truth is truly a stranger to that fiction. Nevertheless, we know a little more about where you and your power come from. and we can rest assured knowing you're on our side. Hey, Sadith. We do not yet know if the Archbishop is safe. I admit it was an error on my part to underestimate our enemy's strength. If I only had allowed Catherine to accompany them, no, it is too late for regrets. We must reclaim Garrick Mach and locate the Archbishop with all possible speed. I ask you to lend your strength as well. You can count on me. I promise to find you.
My thanks.
Thank you. It is a great comfort to hear you say that. Volan needs the Archbishop more than ever. I beg you to rescue her. Hey, who's over here? Oh yeah, right. I think it's like Felix and then someone else. Oh jeez.
Oh yeah.
There's supposed to be the Millennium Festival in 2 years to celebrate 1,000 years since the monastery's founding. I wonder if you'll still go ahead if we take back Garrick Mach.
Fool.
The Millennium Festival? Leave it to you to be thinking about a party at a time like this.
Nuh-uh.
Hey, it's not just a party, it's a political soiree where the leaders of each region can mingle and schmooze. Besides, what's wrong with having a little something to look forward to? You'll be there too, you know? Maybe. Right now, you need to focus on the battle before us. Sylvain, if you die out there, you'll miss the whole point of it, the Millennium Festival. Fair enough. Guess I'll quit my yapping and get you ready to move out. Yeah, do that. I'd prefer you if you didn't wind up dead because you spent too much on daydreaming. Yeah, we never actually brought up the Millennium Festival. It's actually super nice that they brought it up. Because it is like the 2 years since then. That's cool. Alright, Gerald and Byleth, how you guys doing?
Alright, so
I'll tell you, Lady Ray is the last person in the world I want to see. I owe her a great debt, but our relationship is more complicated than that. I told myself I'd never go back to the monastery after I left the Knights. But to return like this, I guess it was what they call guidance from the goddess.
it's good to see you again.
I'm glad you and Dimitri made it back unharmed. I was so confused when you were caught in that strange magic and vanished. I'm sorry for attacking you.
Hey!
Yeah, about that. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I attacked you. Don't worry about it. I know you were in control of yourself. Thanks, Byleth. You're my boy. I love you. I love my boy. Alright, Annette. The last... Well, not the last time I'm going to talk to you, but the last, like, explore time I'll talk to you. Say, if we take back Garrick Mach, would we use it basically when we invaded the Empire capital? If we did that, it would be kind of like we were back at the Officers Academy again.
How's this?
Just like old times. Maybe one day, we'll all be able to get along like we did back then. We will. We just have to win first.
Yep.
Right! We're gonna get through this together, Chez. Aw. Alright. But let's go ahead and watch some of these supports, and then I'll go ahead and just, like, maybe see this Merc Whistle, because this is the last chance I can, do this. So let's go and watch some of these supports, shall we? We got Felix and Rodrigue. This one's gonna be interesting.
Sit down, Felix.
Can we make this quick? I'm busy.
For once, would you please just... No, not today. The truth is, I think it's time we sat down and talked. Neither of us know which day could be our last, so we should both ensure there's no lingering regret when the time comes.
Well, this is off to a grim start. So, what is it you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for what I said about Glenn. It was ill put, and I'm sorry. I should never have said such a thing in your presence.
If you're going to explain yourself, I suppose I can make the time to hear you out.
Thank you. Then I will not mince words. I too was mortified by Glenn's death. Yet he perished a hero. He chose that life for himself, and he chose that death. He fought to protect the future of Fargus and his friend, until his dying breath. As his father, I felt I had to acknowledge that choice.
And how are you so sure it was his choice? Neither of us really knows what he was thinking. The boar might have an inkling, but all he goes on about is how he caused Glenn's death.
You're right. I don't know for certain. But I know what I would have done had I been there. And you, Felix? What would your choice have been? Would you have abandoned His Majesty to save yourself? Or would you have chosen to fight until death claimed you? I myself would have safeguarded His Majesty at all costs. I know that it wasn't in Glenn's nature to flee either.
It's always about courage or cowardice with you. I wouldn't have chosen anything. When your life's on the line, you don't have time to think about that stuff. Only act. I would have fought with my own will, in whatever way I thought best. And I would have made sure we both survived.
You always want to have it both ways. Still, I take pride in that determination of yours. Had I been there, I doubt I could have summoned the resolve to strive for such a victory. More likely, I would have been satisfied merely to die in the defense of my liege.
I can understand that way of thinking. In fact, I always have. But I still couldn't stomach Glenn's death being glorified.
And I'm sorry for that, Felix. Truly.
It's all right. And I'm glad we talked. Also, you said we shouldn't leave regrets behind, so... I'm sorry, too. For hitting you back then, I mean. I'm sorry, Father.
Man, Felix actually, like, showing sentiment to, Rodrigue. That's really... I like that. Some little character development there, and... That's cool.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that. It hurt, too. More than any blow I've received in battle.
Oh, shut up. I said I was sorry. Now, if we're done here, I'm leaving.
Aw, that was nice. That was actually really nice. A little, like, cleanup with, like, the relationship a little bit. He still, like, hates him, but at least it was, like, better. That was cool. I like that. And, like, what Felix was saying there when, with all, like, their back and forth, like, the reason why, like, he would be like, I would do my own thing, like, because the way Felix thinks is, like, he wants to protect everybody, because he would want to be the one to die rather than losing anyone he cared for. That's why he fights so strong, to be stronger than everybody, so he can protect everyone. And I think that's what I love about Felix, man. So good. Wait, who was that? Oh yeah, right, in that. Alright, well we got Ash and Yuri.
We lost him. Split up and search, boys. Don't let him get away.
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Someone shot me!
Yuri, over here!
I just like the way he said that. Ah, someone shot me!
Oh, I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly why I said you had to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place? You could have left me to reap the consequences of my actions and had one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way. You should know. Or I suppose you wouldn't. What with your being an upstanding knight and all now.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try. But I still think what you're doing is wrong. Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal. And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
Okay, enough! This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this! You want to protect the people important to you, right? Well, I want to make sure you don't end up dead and covered in rotting fruit! So if you still insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway!
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. I just want to save my friend, okay?
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
Did you say something, Yuri?
Nothing. Forget it.
Okay, I'm not sure what I was able to salvage because my recording actually did cut out for a little bit. But I'm not sure like if I was able to salvage what I did. But I was just saying for Yuri and Ash's support is like that was so good. Like the fact that like you saw a side of Ash that you never saw before. Like the closest thing was like with in Three Houses, like the paralogue with him and Catherine. You kind of saw that, but not really to this extent in that support. It was super good. Like because they're more similar than you think. All right, we got Ash and Sylvain now.
So, by stationing themselves in the bog, they were able to slow the advance of the enemy horses.
Exactly. But Lug's army was prepared in other ways too. They dug pitfalls, set up anti-cavalry palisades, and more. Laying all that groundwork is what led them to victory.
It's strange how the stories of King Lug don't go into much detail about him. But once you dig a bit, you realize he was a really talented tactician. I feel like I see him in a whole new light now. Say, do you think we could use this strategy in an upcoming battle? I know we can't do the exact same thing, but in that geography book you recommended to me before...
Where have you been hiding this talent? You're absorbing everything I teach you like a sponge. I can see why Lord Lenato had such faith in you.
Oh, it's not that. You're just a really good teacher.
Even taking that to be true, you're clearly an exceptional student. I'm actually sort of jealous that Dimitri gets a great knight like you by his side. I'd love to find some reason to steal you away to my territory after the war.
Don't joke like that, Sylvain. I serve His Majesty alone.
Ooh, shut down. But yeah, I get it. Still, are you really gonna devote your entire life to being a royal knight? To live and die in Ferdiad?
That was my initial idea, but I had a talk with His Majesty recently that made me reconsider. He asked if I wanted to succeed Lenato and take over Castle Gaspar after the war.
Was that? I don't remember if that was actually in his support with Dimitri. I know there was something like that where, like, I think that they were talking about like, oh, like what did you want to do? Like what about like Lenato and everything? Like, I swear this was mentioned before. I just don't remember if it actually was. I don't know.
Castle Gaspar, huh? That makes sense. Adopted or not, you are Lord Lenato's heir.
I doubt the townspeople will be very accepting of me after I allowed him to die. But I'm still the only one capable of taking on the job. Or at least that's how I like to think of it.
Sounds like a huge responsibility, all right. Definitely can't ask you to come to House Gautier in that case.
That land meant everything to Lenato, and I would do anything to protect it. I want to help other people the same way he helped me. And I think I'm finally strong enough to do that now.
I should have expected as much. But hey, if that's what you want to do, I've got your back. A little education can be handy for a knight, but castle lords need to learn everything they can get their hands on. So let me know if you ever need old Teach to fill your little head full of info, and I'll come running.
Little old Teach. That just made me just think of Claude, because Claude always called Bilo Teach.
Sheesh, listen to me. I think your serious nature is contagious.
You joke, but I think you've always been a serious person deep down. You're an intelligent man who's always got his mind on one thing or another. I mean, aside from the way you acted back at the academy.
Oh, the unkindest cut. Completely accurate, but still.
I'm excited to learn everything I can from you, Sylvain. I really am.
That was just nice, like a nice and cool, like for both sides. Like you see like Ash maybe considering to take on Lord Lenato's place, and even a bit of Sylvain, like showing like why he's such a great character. That was cool. Catherine and Dedue finish off theirs.
Hey, Dedue. I've been thinking. Fargus has really changed lately.
How do you mean?
I don't know. That's just the feeling I get when I see what goes on in this town. Don't you agree? It's like everyone here trusts you unconditionally, even though you serve the King of Fargus, someone they should hate with all their hearts. It must have taken a lot of hard work to rebuild that trust. I'm honestly impressed.
The achievement is not my own. His Majesty has been striving towards this for some time now.
Huh. When you put it that way, it makes me think he must have been planning it all along. I mean, people used to say he wasn't right in the head when he first chose you as his retainer, but he clearly had reason for doing so.
Yes, I can still hear the echoes of their gossip in my ears. The castle was full of it. It led me to ask His Majesty why he saved my life. He replied that neither faith nor birth are of import when a person's life is in danger.
Lady Rhea has told me the same thing. She saved me once a long time ago, just like Dimitri did for you. Twice, actually, even though I don't have a religious bone in my body. It's gotta be in their blood to never abandon someone in need.
Perhaps His Majesty and the Archbishop aren't as dissimilar as I thought.
True. Neither of them seem to let their lofty positions go to their head. They have that in common, too.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, despite her role as Archbishop, it's not too uncommon to find Lady Rhea at an orphanage, playing with the children. And Dimitri's the same way, right? I heard he was off teaching some village kids how to fight just the other day.
Yes, that is true. Though I prefer he spend his free time at rest instead.
Hey, helping people is calming in its own way, right? So if making sure he's well rested is part of your job, I say you let him do that however he sees fit.
That's one way of viewing things. I'll think on it.
I suppose we probably understand each other better than most, serving such similar leaders.
You're suggesting that you and I have much in common as well.
Maybe. Either way, it's been a real joy talking to you. We've probably been through a lot of the same ups and downs in life, if I had to guess. In time, I bet we could even become friends. So long as our bosses stay in each other's good graces.
Agreed. Though, if they were to part ways.
Whoa, no need to go there. I think we both know what would happen if they ever chose to cross swords. We'd kill each other without hesitation. I'm sure we have that in common, too.
That was really interesting. Because, yeah, like, they actually are a lot similar, like Dedue and Catherine, because, yeah, like, they both are their Lord's retainers. And it's, I don't know, it's, yeah, I think it's really interesting. Alright, Catherine and Shamir, how's this one?
Never thought we'd get the chance to fight side by side again. It was a total surprise, to be honest. But I'm actually pretty happy with how things shook out. I know. You're still as cold as ice, you know that? Would it kill you to say you're happy to see me or something? Sorry to disappoint. Nah, I actually kind of missed it. Besides, that's just how you are. So, what have you been up to since you left the Knights?
I spent some time in Leicester as a mercenary. Not many people know me there. But you already knew that. You sent for me, didn't you?
You mean back at the battle at Aryan Road, right? Actually, the Knights were just throwing my name around to recruit all the mercenaries they could. I had no idea you'd be one of them.
Huh. So it really was just a coincidence.
Ah, interesting.
What about you? Still serving as Rhea's sword?
Lady Rhea. I'll let that slide since you're not a Knight of Saros anymore. But to answer your question, yes. No matter who I'm swinging it at, my sword will always belong to her. Honestly, I was surprised to hear you'd slipped away after repaying your debt to Lady Rhea. You didn't even say goodbye. I was furious.
I guess sneaking out was the right call then.
I was running around, shouting that I'd drag you back to Garreg Mach and kill you myself. But then Lady Rhea took me to task. She said it wasn't fair for me to impose the Church's values on someone who wasn't from Fodlan.
Sounds like I owe her another one.
For what? I wasn't really going to kill you.
I'll take your word for it. You know, I fought alongside a lot of people since I left. But you're still the only one I trust to have my back.
Aw.
So what you're really saying is that you missed me and wish you never left?
She's not saying that.
You basically said the same yourself, didn't you? But yes, I did miss you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. For once, I'm glad I was wrong.
Would you look at that? You have changed. And I feel the same. Really. I couldn't ask for a better partner than you. But if you disappear on me again, so help me, I really will hunt you down.
Then the next time I go somewhere, I'll just have to drag you with me.
Man, they still seem very, very strong to be that couple. that was honestly like so strong as like a romantic ending. Oh man. Ooh, Gerald and Byleth. My boy.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away. If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well, that's not exactly the same.
Maybe not, but I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry. Just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life. You've never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age. And it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets. You really are just like her, though. You know that?
Wow, that was really good. Like we got Citri in there. Like, oh my god, I really like that one. That one was good. I need to get that A rank for sure. All right, Sylvain and Dedue.
I'll figure something out, I promise. Just write to your father, okay?
I will.
Hey there, Dedue. Can I help you with something?
No, just passing by.
You sure? Looks like you really want to say something.
I was touched by your interaction with that woman.
What's that supposed to mean?
During our academy days, I often heard untoward rumors about you. You had a tendency to skip training and a certain reputation concerning women. You caused His Majesty all manner of headaches.
I can't deny that. But that's all in the past. I'm a lot more responsible these days, don't you think?
Don't expect praise for merely doing your job.
Right.
Though I have been curious about what caused this change of heart.
Change of heart might be taking it a bit too far. It's just, I always see how Dimitri and Felix are out there doing all these amazing things. So I can't very well be goofing around when they're off making names for themselves. Call it a sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry?
They're like brothers to me, which is exactly why I don't want them looking down on me.
I see. I understand how you feel. I had a younger sister.
Had? Oh. Tell me about her. What was she like?
She loved flowers, and often made crowns out of them. And once she set her mind to something, nothing in the world could change it.
Aw, she sounds sweet. And a little intimidating.
Like to do.
You cannot flirt with the dead, try as you might.
Whoa, hold on. I was just being honest. I'm sorry I never got the chance to meet her. I mean, if her protective older brother didn't kick me into next week first.
I may just have done so.
Oh, probably.
Sylvain, you should visit Dusker after this war is over. My sister's grave is there. It's nothing special, but I would like to show it to you sometime.
I would love to, my friend. And I'll make sure to bring a giant bouquet of flowers with me.
She would like that very much.
Man. That was nice. And also a little much feels. Alright, Sylvain and Shez.
Ugh, today's training was rough. Guess I need to start working even harder if I want to keep up.
You know, it's incredible just how into all this you are. But I do feel kind of bad for you.
Why? It's my own fault for not being up to snuff. Just you watch, Sylvain. I'm gonna stand head and shoulders above everyone else in the next battle.
That's not what I mean. I feel bad that we roped you into this war. The only reason any of us are fighting is to keep our homes from being destroyed. If we fail, we'll lose everything. Our houses, our families, the places we grew up. But you don't have that kind of personal stake in this thing. You can live wherever the wind takes you.
True. I am a bit of a nomad.
Isn't there anywhere you call home, though?
Well, sorta. I grew up in a remote village off in the mountains, so that's probably the closest thing. But it's hard to really say for sure. Honestly, I doubt I'll ever understand what it means to have a home like all of you do.
So what? Are you just in this for the money, then?
I'll say deny it, because I really think Shez is trying to find something, right? Like, she's trying to, like, find what to do.
No, I'm only putting all this effort in so I can make sure my friends get through the war alive. Though I'm not gonna complain about the money either.
Okay, now you're just trying to sound good. Though it is working, I'll give you that.
Really, I think this is the closest thing to a home I've ever had. Because I've got all of you here.
Are you sure? This place doesn't make for quality living, trust me. I mean, it's cold, it's desolate, and there's nowhere to go to have any fun. Plus, we've constantly got enemies like Srang soldiers coming at us from every angle.
Well, I can't deny that. But it's still important to you anyway, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And it's our job to make it a place where everyone can live in peace.
Right. Who knows what'll happen after the war. But for now, I'm with you guys every step of the way.
I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and about those plans for the fire orb I showed you? Would you mind helping me with a little experiment later? The thing hardly had any punch to it when I tested it.
Sure. Sounds like it's a long way off still, huh?
Hey, I'm trying here. I even got in touch with the School of Sorcery to see if they could help.
No rush, Sylvain. I'm sure you'll finish it one of these days. I've spent enough time with you to know. You can do anything when you put your mind to it.
That was, I really, man, that was so good. Like, because it got like I was thinking like, oh, like where do I call home? And like it's just like, well, I guess my closest thing to a home would be here because of I have everyone here. Like everyone here is my family. That was sweet. I like that. Dorothy and Shez. Do I even want to watch that? I don't know. Alright, but let's go with Annette and Constance, and then we'll do Byleth and Shez.
Are you free at the moment, Annette? I was wondering if you might help me with something.
I sure am. What's up?
Well, I wish to conduct an experiment outside today, though naturally I'm a touch hesitant about it.
Because your mood changes outside, right?
Exactly. And though I'm deeply reluctant to experience that, one cannot make an omelet without throwing a few eggs against the wall.
Well, I think you're a genius regardless, so I'm happy to help. No time like the present, right? Let's do this.
Oh, please stop pulling me along. I haven't even told you what the experiment is yet. Oh dear. Oh dear. Are you certain you want to do this, Annette? I sincerely doubt any magic built upon my crude ideas could ever work.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's get started.
Well, if you insist, I suppose we must begin this foolish experiment.
Hey, I forgot to ask. What is the experiment anyway?
Oh, just a completely useless spell meant to gather cats from the surrounding area.
Oh gosh, cute! What are you waiting for? Let's get started! The spell seemed to go off all right, but nothing happened.
I knew it. I'm an utter failure. My research papers should be gathered up and used to wipe mud from the hooves of swine. Perhaps this is fate's way of telling me magic is beyond my comprehension and I was a fool to ever try.
Look, moping about it won't help anything. So let's both take a deep breath and figure out what went wrong. Okay, I've got an idea. If we take the flower catalyst and use wind magic to spread the fragrance...
Oh look, it attracts insects. Quick, grab that cockroach before it scurries away. It's clearly a finer sorceress than I.
Ew, gross! But yeah, that didn't work at all. Maybe if we use this mineral instead?
Goodness, the reflective light has attracted the attention of birds.
And they're really mad for some reason. Run, Constance, run!
Whew, I had intended that to be a brief exercise, but it proved to be quite the ordeal.
Sorry that all my tinkering just made things worse. But hey, I did notice one thing. When those insects and birds showed up, there sure were a lot of them.
True. Each attempt did seem to attract a single type of creature in unnaturally vast numbers. Does that indicate that the spell can indeed effectively summon a swarm of one specific species?
It would certainly explain why the flower attracted so many bugs. Ugh. And why the light of the mineral called down such a huge flock of birds.
Why, this is a magnificent discovery! I feel we're on the cusp of breaking new ground!
Maybe it didn't go as planned, but I guess this turned out to be a pretty big success, huh?
There's no time to waste, Annette! We must investigate the cause of this phenomenon at once!
Yeah! I bet you'll create something revolutionary!
Man, Annette, you're so good. You can just make everyone like feel confident and happy. Oh my god, that's why I love you so much. That's it. That's it for Annette. All Annettes are done. Alright, last one until we end the episode. Byleth and Shez, A rank. And this was locked after what we just had, so this is gonna be good.
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's all right. I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before, about some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you. Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arval and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now.
Is he gonna bring up Sothis? That would be cool.
Honestly, I kinda wish I'd talk to Arval more now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
But there's still so much I don't know.
Oh my god. Like, you saw, like they had, like, Bile had, like, the sad face, and then, like, the way that, Zack, made that line, where, oh my god, it was literally like, he was thinking that because Sothis is probably gone, and he can't hear Sothis anymore. Oh my god, that line was delivered perfectly.
Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Dimitri and the others after our fight? That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Are Arval and Epimenides the same being?
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity. I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arval was trying to keep your body from getting hurt. They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them. They were making sure you weren't harmed.
Yeah, so they are different people. Or different beings.
Come on, that's not protecting me. That's protecting the body they went through all that trouble to get.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey, thanks for telling me that. Really. It does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Only the goddess knows.
Yeah, Sophis.
Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
Oh wow, that was good. That was really good. Wow. Wow. Alright. That's most of the supports. So we're gonna call it there. And I will do basically everything on my own time. I'll get more supports. So next time we are going to do the Ashen Wolves Paralogue. Probably watch the last bit of supports and then the story battle. That's what we're gonna do. So I will get everything all ready for when we do that. I'll get all the rest of the supports that I want to get done, and we will do that paralogue. And then we will finish Azure Gleam. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully you'll join me next time when we get to the end of this route. I'll see everyone later. This has been Red Leader playing Fire Emblem, Three Hopes, Azure Gleam. See you next time. This has been Red Leader, signing off.